So, good afternoon, students. Today I could not reach on the board due to some technical reason. Let us start with some new problems of the topic continuity. See, first question. Prove that the function fx is equal to 2x minus modulus of x is continuous at x is equal to 0. So modulus of x, just revise its meaning. It is equals to x when x is greater than equal to 0 and is equal to minus x when it is less than 0, means x is less than 0. So apply the condition when x is equal to greater than or equal to 0. When x is greater than or equal to 0, then it should be x. So 2x minus x becomes x. So the given function can be written as fx is equal to x if x is greater than equal to 0. And when it is negative, means when value of x is negative, so it is minus x. So minus x becomes plus x. So 2x plus x, that is 3x. Hence given function can be written as fx is equal to x if x is greater than equal to 0 and is equal to 3x if x is less than 0. By using this term or by using this function, now proceed to prove or to discuss the continuity of the function. So first calculate f0. It is given that f0 means x is equal to 0. So when x is equal to 0, then it is x, that is 0. So replace x by 0, result is 0. Next, go for left hand limit. Left hand limit means limit h tending to 0 0 minus h. Limit h tending to 0 f0 minus h. So first replace x by 0 minus h. Since 0 minus h means less than 0. So apply the second one because it is less than 0. So replace this x by 0 minus h. So it should be 3 into 0 minus h, and now take limit as h tending to 0. H tending to 0 means limit h tending to 0, 3 into 0 minus h. 0 minus h will be minus h. So it should be limit h tending to 0 minus 3h, which is 0. Consider this as equation number 2. And right hand limit. For right hand limit, take limit h tending to 0 f0 plus h. 0 plus h means it is more than h or greater than 0. So apply the upper one. X is equal to 0 plus h. So it should be f0 plus h, limit h tending to 0, that is h. So all the three values are equal. So hence we can say the given function is continuous at x is equal to 0. So now come to another problem. Discuss the continuity of fx. Discuss the continuity of fx when fx is equal to modulus of x plus x minus 1 plus modulus of x minus 2 at x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2. So students, see, this is two questions. One, you have to discuss the continuity at x is equal to 1, and another you have to discuss the continuity at x is equal to 2. Obviously, come on to the term of modulus. You have two terms, modulus of x minus 1. So when x minus 1 is greater than 0, then it is x minus 1, and when it is less than 0, then it should be x minus 1 with negative sign, right? So when x minus 1 it is 0 means x is equal to 1, x is equal to minus 1. So this question can be written as, first case consider when x minus 1 is less than 0. Obviously x minus 2 is also less than 0. The both will be minus x minus 1, and plus and minus becomes minus x minus 2. Minus x minus 1 minus x minus 2 when x minus 1 is less than 0 means when x is less than 1. It becomes minus 2x plus 3. So minus 2x plus 3 when x is less than 1. Consider second case when x minus 2, x minus 1 and x minus 2. X minus 1 is less than 0 and x minus 2 greater than 0. X minus 1 is less than 0 means it is x is less than 1. We have already considered it. And second case, when x minus 2 is less than 0, then it becomes positive, that is x minus 2, and it becomes negative minus x plus 1 and minus x plus 2. Consider the case when x minus 1 is greater than 0. So x is greater than 1, equal to including, and x minus 2 less than 0 means when x is less than 2. So this becomes x minus 1 in first part and minus x plus 2. Minus x plus 2, that will be second part, negative case. So x and x should cancel, it becomes 1. Similarly, when both are less than 0, then both becomes, greater than 0, then both becomes positive. So 2x minus 3. So the question can be written as in this way, simplest form. And now test the continuity at x is equals to 1. So you have calculate first f1 minus h and f1 plus h. F1 means x is equal to 1. So apply, see the middle one, when x is equal to 1 then it is 1. Second case, when it is less than 1 means calculate left hand limit. Left hand limit means f1 minus h. Obviously 1 minus h is less than 1. So the upper one, replace here x by 1 minus h. It should be minus 2 into 1 minus h plus 3. And now take limit as h tends to 0. Its result becomes, open the bracket, minus 2 plus 2h plus 3, that is 1. Hence the value of left hand limit is 1. And finally consider right hand limit. Right hand limit means when it is greater than 1. So f1 plus h, 1 plus h is greater than 1, and see the second condition is applied. So limit h tending to 0, f1 plus h is equals to 1. Hence all the three values, see in the brackets, all the three values are equal. So the given function is continuous at x is equal to 1. I think it should be clear to all. So next come to case when x is equal to 2. So now come to second case when x is equals to 2. X is equal to 2, so first calculate f2. See the question, when x is equal to 2, what should be? 2x minus 3. So replace in that form x. 2x minus 3 means 2 into 2 minus 3, 4 minus 3, which is 1, right? The left hand limit, it is obviously given that limit h tends to 0, f2 minus h is equals to 1. See that one, compare it with the problems. And finally right hand limit h tends to 0, f2 plus h. See the question, 2 plus h is greater than 2, so that one will be apply 2 into 2 plus h minus 3. Calculate and get the result as it is 1. Hence we see in the same way, hence we see that all the three values are equal, f2 minus h and limit h tends to 0, f2 plus h, all have the same value 1. So given function is continuous at x is equal to 2. Consider another problem. Find the value of lambda so that the function fx is equal to x square minus 2x minus 3 upon x plus 1. This is applicable when x is equal to minus 1, and fx is lambda when x is equal to minus 1 is continuous at x is equal to 1. See the children, in this question it is already given that function is continuous at x is equal to minus 1, and we have to find the value of lambda. So the function is continuous, hence it should be possible, it is limit, or you can say left hand limit should equals to value of f minus 1, because the function is continuous. So calculate left hand limit and f minus 1, simplify them, you will get the result. So limit h tends to 0, this is not equals to minus 1, so obviously this will be applicable here. Replace x by 1 minus h. So see, minus 1 minus h whole square minus 2 into minus 1 minus h minus 3 divided by minus 1 plus h plus 1. So minus 1 and plus 1 should cancel. Sorry, it should be minus 1 minus h. Replace x by minus 1 minus h. So here take minus h common. See, minus 1 minus h whole square, take out minus h common or minus 1 h common, so it should be written like this. Minus square becomes plus, so it is simply 1 plus h whole square, and now here apply the formula of 1 plus h whole square, then it is a square plus b square plus 2ab, and open this bracket, minus 2 plus 2h minus 3. So now simplify it, h square plus 2h and 2 plus 2h, this becomes 4h, h square plus 4h, 1 plus 2 is 3 minus 3. So plus and minus 3 should cancel. Take out h common, so it should be h plus 4 upon minus h, and after cancellation it becomes minus 4. So in that case the value of lambda will be minus 4. See, in left hand limit this is simply done minus 1, replace x by minus 1 minus h. You will get the result. So in this way you have to proceed like this. Either you may take left hand limit or you may consider right hand limit. So now consider, students, the another problem. This is problem from trigonometrical type. Limit, discuss the continuity of the function fx at x is equal to 0 when fx is equal to x sine 1 by x when x is not equal to 0 and is equal to 0 when x is equal to 0. In this question we have to discuss the continuity of such type of function. First, see what is given. When x is equal to 0, it is 0, means fx is equal to 0 when x is equal to 0. So we write f0 is equal to 0. Next, calculate left hand limit. In left hand limit it should be written as limit h tending to 0 f0 minus h. Obviously 0 minus h is not equals to 0, so we will apply the first one. Replace x by 0 minus h. So it should be limit h tending to 0, 0 minus h into sine 1 upon 0 minus h. It is minus h to sine 1 minus 1 upon h, because 0 minus h should be minus h. And you know the formula, sine minus theta will be minus sine theta. Sine minus theta will be sine minus theta. So this becomes minus sine 1 by h. Already minus is here, so it should be plus, minus and minus plus, h sine 1 by h. Now here the term, the value of sine theta. In standard 11 we have already discussed about the maximum and minimum value of sine theta, and perhaps you have remembered the maximum value of sine theta is 1 and the minimum value of sine theta will be minus 1. That is maximum value and that is minimum value. Hence the value of sine theta is exist between minus 1 and plus 1. So when we take limit, so value of sine 1 by h should be lies between minus 1 and plus 1. So we may write at applying limit 0 into an oscillating number between minus 1 and plus 1. That number lies between minus 1 and plus 1. So when we multiplied that oscillating number by 0, the result will be 0. So the value of left hand limit is 0. The value of left hand limit is 0. And come to right hand limit, f0 plus h. f0 plus h, again it is not equals to 0, so you may again use x sine 1 by x and here replace x by 0 plus h, x by 0 plus h. Then we will get limit h tending to 0, 0 plus h to sine 1 upon 0 plus h, that should be h into sine 1 by h. Here we again come at sine 1 by h. Its value lies between, like previously, minus 1 and 1. So applying limit 0 into an oscillating value, oscillating number between -1 and 1, so it is again becomes 0, so right hand limit is also 0. Thus we can say that all the three values are equal, hence the function is continuous at x is equal to 0. If you have any doubt to understand that term oscillating number, you may simplify also in this way, like limit h tending to 0, h sine 1 by h. In limit you know the formula, sine theta by theta is 0, so rationalize it by h. So this becomes h square, and again this becomes 1 into 0, so this is 0. It is better to write oscillating number between -1 and 1 because the greatest value of sine theta is 1 and the smallest or minimum value of sine theta is -1, so we can proceed in this way. In next class we will see some more problems of the continuity.